Hi, I'm Roberta Katz, and I work with the Guardian Ad Litem Program for the 19th Circuit. And the Guardian Ad Litem Program is here to advocate for the best interest of children in the dependency system. So best interest advocacy is what we're focused on. And how do we get there? We get there with the team model. Do you want to know what our team model is? Do you want to know who the members of the team are? I'm going to tell you, because to achieve greatness, also known as permanency, you need that team. Stay tuned. I'm Roberta, and I'm a best interest attorney.
I'm Laura, and I'm a child advocate manager.
I'm Sanford, and I'm a volunteer child advocate, and together we are
The Best Interest Advocacy Team. As the best interest attorney, I feel I am important to my team because of the support I bring to my team. However, I'm also the legal voice in court. I am the one arguing the motions. And that's the importance I bring to the team, because without that, nobody's arguing in court. I know the statute, I know the law, I know legally where we need to go. However, as a team, I need communication from the rest of my team to get there. And that's why the child advocate manager and the volunteer child advocate, these two wonderful people sitting next to me, are important to me, for me to do my job.
As a child advocate manager, I'm important to my team because I provide a high level of support and encouragement to my volunteer child advocates. I'm there with them in court. I'm there with them when they're staffing with members of the dependency team. I'm there to help them write reports and gather information and link them to resources in the community to best advocate for the children that they volunteer for.
I'm Sanford, and I'm a child advocate, and I'm important because I have the point of contact with the child and with the family, and I am there as support for that child. I will encourage that child, and I will communicate the child's needs with my team. And my team is what is important for this child to access the resources that may be available in the community to help this child get through a very difficult time in his life.
And the process to permanency cannot be obtained or attained without all three of these integral parts. We'd like to share a story with you to demonstrate the best interest advocacy in the team from the beginning. We'd like to tell you a story. It's about the journey, not the destination. So this young man's destination hasn't been determined yet, but that's not the important part of our story.
The important part is that we've been there for this child since the very beginning as a team. This is the story of a young man who was brought into dependency care after being removed from his mom. He was then placed with his father, then unfortunately had to be removed and placed into foster care from his father because his father was too ill to take care of him.
I became involved with this youngster when he was removed from his mother. He was 7 years old. It's been a 2-year process, and he's still involved. But this youngster has gone through a lot of trauma, the death of his father during the process, and I've been the only constant in his life for the past 2 years. And I've been his advocate for the past 2 years. I've been in contact with his caregivers for the past 2 years. I've helped advocate for his needs, and he's needed counseling. He was very troubled. He was acting out. He was uncomfortable with himself. He tried to, or expressed his desire to hurt the other children in his foster home and himself. This youngster is now placed in a group home. It's a stable home, it's a stable environment. And what has impressed me about this environment is the care, the dedication, and the love that the caretakers in this home have exhibited and extended to this young boy who desperately needs it. It's been an emotional ride. It has been for me. And this is one of the reasons, or maybe one of the main reasons, that I am committed to this program. To become a child advocate is very important. And to be part of a team that advocates for the benefits of these young children that are involved in this system is amazing, impressive, where I meet dedicated people, educated people, and people that are selfless and are willing to extend themselves for strangers and young children. I would just like to add one incident that occurred to demonstrate how we act as a team. I was involved with a 4-year-old who was placed with his father. And his placement was, he was living on a boat. The boat was inoperable. It was on the ground. It wasn't in the water. There was no air conditioning. There was no cooking facilities except for a charcoal grill. And it was up on blocks, so it wasn't a safe environment. It was only partially floored. He was sleeping in a V berth. There was no mattress. And I'm concerned that this is not a safe environment for this child, and I called my
Child Advocate Manager
to help me to come out to the place where this child was living. She did, and we looked at the situation together, and we made a recommendation that this is not the best place for this child to be. And in fact, arrangements were made where he and his dad were placed in a shelter. And that's an example of how we work as a team. And that's one of the things that makes me proud to be a child advocate.
And that makes me proud to be a Child Advocate Manager.
And as the best interest attorney, we together are the best interest advocacy team.